The Oriental Magpie-Robin is a master of both sound and environment, a small yet commanding presence in the gardens, forests, and urban spaces of South and Southeast Asia. Its story begins deep in evolutionary time, tracing the lineage of passerine birds that adapted to diverse habitats across Asia. Over millennia, this species refined a combination of morphological, behavioral, and vocal traits that enable it to thrive across a range of ecological niches, from dense forest undergrowth to city parks. Measuring just 19 to 21 centimeters in length, the Oriental Magpie-Robin is striking despite its small size. Its plumage is a sophisticated contrast of black and white, with males generally exhibiting glossy black upperparts and stark white underparts, while females are more muted with grayish tones. Its tail, long and often fanned, communicates emotion, territoriality, and readiness to interact. This visual signaling is complemented by an extraordinary vocal repertoire. Melodious whistles, sharp calls, and imitations of other birds convey information across dense vegetation and open landscapes. Vocalization is central to the bird's survival strategy. Each song serves multiple purposes: attracting mates, marking territory, signaling alarms, and communicating within social groups. These calls are highly structured and learned, allowing individuals to recognize neighbors, respond to intruders, and coordinate behavior across territories. Researchers have observed regional variation in song patterns, highlighting both adaptability and cultural transmission within populations. Feeding behavior reflects both opportunism and precision. Primarily insectivorous, the Oriental Magpie-Robin captures beetles, grasshoppers, caterpillars, and other invertebrates, often hopping nimbly along the ground or darting into foliage to seize prey. Supplementary food includes small fruits and seeds, particularly during breeding seasons when energy demands are higher. Its foraging strategy combines alert observation, rapid movement, and exacting accuracy, exemplifying the efficiency of a small predator within its ecosystem. Habitat selection illustrates remarkable flexibility. While naturally inhabiting forest edges, mangroves, and scrublands, these birds readily exploit human-modified landscapes, nesting in gardens, agricultural areas, and even urban environments. This adaptability underscores their ecological intelligence. Individuals modify foraging strategies, nesting sites, and territorial defense according to environmental pressures. Such plasticity ensures both survival and reproductive success in the face of habitat fragmentation and human activity. Territoriality and social structure are integral to the species' behavioral ecology. Males defend territories vigorously, using song, posture, and flight displays to deter rivals. Interaction with females involves courtship, singing, nest building, and provisioning, culminating in highly coordinated reproductive behavior. Nest sites are carefully selected, typically in cavities, hollow branches, or human-made structures, providing protection from predators and environmental stressor. Both parents participate in feeding and guarding chicks, ensuring fledglings are prepared to forage and evade threats. The Oriental Magpie-Robin's ecological role is disproportionately significant for its size. By controlling insect populations, it contributes to the health of forests and human gardens alike. Its nesting behavior, territorial activity, and foraging influence microhabitats, affecting insect distribution, vegetation, and even predator dynamics. The species exemplifies the interplay between individual behavior and broader ecosystem function, highlighting the complexity of small predators in maintaining environmental balance. Human interactions have been varied across time and region. In folklore, the bird is often revered for its singing ability, sometimes associated with omens or cultural symbolism. Modern conservation awareness recognizes the bird as an indicator species. Its presence signals healthy insect populations, sufficient nesting sites, and intact habitat. Protecting Oriental Magpie-Robins, therefore, benefits not only the species but the broader ecological network upon which it depends. Observation of these birds reveals a fascinating integration of sensory acuity, physical agility, and learned behavior. Every hop, flight, and vocalization is optimized for survival and reproductive success. In dense foliage or open garden spaces, the Oriental Magpie-Robin navigates threats, locates prey, and communicates with precision, embodying the principles of evolution, ecological adaptation, and behavioral sophistication. As daylight fades into the soft shadows of evening, the Oriental Magpie-Robin becomes increasingly active, engaging in behaviors that reveal its mastery of both territory and social communication. Within forest edges, gardens, and urban green spaces, this songbird asserts its presence with a combination of vocal performance, movement, and strategic awareness. Each song and call carries layers of meaning: a warning to rivals, an invitation to potential mates, or a signal to fledglings. Through these vocalizations, the bird not only navigates its immediate environment but also reinforces social hierarchies that maintain territorial balance. Territorial disputes are often subtle yet precise. Males patrol boundaries with a combination of flight displays, tail flicks, and carefully modulated songs. In densely populated areas, visual cues complement auditory signals to prevent direct confrontation while asserting dominance. This sophisticated communication ensures efficient allocation of resources, nesting sites, food sources, and perching locations, reducing energy expenditure and risk of injury. Observing these interactions provides insight into the behavioral complexity of a species that, despite its small size, wields significant influence over its microhabitat. Feeding behavior continues to highlight the bird's adaptability. Agile hopping across leaf litter, the Oriental Magpie-Robin searches for insects and invertebrates with remarkable precision. Its foraging is both opportunistic and methodical, prey is assessed, captured, and consumed with minimal energy loss. Seasonal shifts influence diet composition, with small fruits supplementing protein intake during breeding and molting periods. Such dietary flexibility enables survival in fluctuating environments, from natural forest understory to cultivated gardens. Human presence has shaped the species in both subtle and profound ways. Urban expansion has created new niches where the birds exploit abundant insect populations and nesting opportunities in buildings, fences, and ornamental trees. At the same time, anthropogenic hazards, pesticides, domestic pets, and habitat fragmentation pose challenges to survival. Despite these pressures, the Oriental Magpie-Robin exemplifies behavioral plasticity, modifying nesting habits, foraging techniques, and territorial behaviors to accommodate changing environments. Its persistence reflects a balance between evolutionary adaptation and ecological intelligence. Reproductive strategies showcase the species' intricate life cycle. Courtship involves elaborate song displays and mutual assessment between potential mates. Nest sites are carefully chosen for concealment and protection, whether in natural cavities or human-made structures. Both parents participate actively in incubation, feeding, and protection of chicks. Fledglings rapidly acquire foraging skills and predator awareness, guided by parental instruction and innate behavioral patterns. This combination of learning and instinct ensures each generation is prepared to navigate the complex interplay of predator pressures, resource availability, and environmental variability. The Oriental Magpie-Robin also plays a subtle but crucial ecological role. By controlling insect populations, it influences the distribution and abundance of its prey, indirectly affecting plant health and growth. Its vocalizations and territorial behavior shape interactions with other avian species, contributing to community structure. In urban and rural landscapes alike, the species provides natural pest control, enhancing ecological services that benefit both humans and wildlife. Its presence signals functional ecosystems where behavioral sophistication aligns with environmental balance. Scientific interest in the Oriental Magpie-Robin has expanded understanding of avian communication, territoriality, and adaptive behavior. Studies of song variation reveal regional dialects, demonstrating cultural transmission among individuals. Observations of nesting and foraging elucidate strategies that maximize reproductive success while minimizing risk. Through careful research, the species serves as both a model for understanding passerine ecology and an ambassador for conservation awareness, highlighting the intricate connection between behavior, habitat, and human impact. By nightfall, the bird's activity transitions from visible foraging to quiet observation, preparing for the next cycle of territorial assertion, vocal performance, and ecological influence. Every movement, every song, every behavioral choice underscores a life finely tuned to environmental conditions, predator dynamics, and social interactions. The Oriental Magpie-Robin exemplifies how a small bird, through evolutionary refinement and behavioral complexity, commands its niche and maintains equilibrium within both natural and human-modified landscapes. Across the varied landscapes of South and Southeast Asia, the Oriental Magpie-Robin exists not merely as a small songbird but as a subtle yet influential participant in ecological balance. Its presence often goes unnoticed by those who pass quickly through gardens or forest paths, yet the bird's daily activity quietly reshapes the insect populations, plant health, and even the behavioral patterns of other small animals that share its territory. This understated influence reflects the complex role of small avian predators within ecosystems where delicate balances determine survival. The bird's success lies largely in its adaptability. While many species remain confined to specific habitats, the Oriental Magpie-Robin demonstrates an unusual ability to transition between environments. In dense tropical forests, it hunts among leaf litter and tangled roots. In agricultural landscapes, it moves confidently between crop rows, exploiting insect populations that flourish in cultivated soil. In cities and villages, it adapts further, perching on fences, rooftops, and electric wires while maintaining the same sharp awareness that once evolved for life in the wild. Such flexibility allows the species to survive where many other birds decline as landscapes transform. Adaptation is not merely physical but behavioral. The bird constantly observes and learns from its surroundings. Changes in human activity, seasonal insect emergence, and shifts in vegetation influence where it hunts and nests. Even subtle environmental cues, such as humidity levels or the activity of competing birds, can alter its daily routine. This responsiveness demonstrates a level of ecological intelligence that allows the species to remain resilient despite rapid environmental change. Vocal communication continues to play a central role in these adaptive strategies. The Oriental Magpie-Robin's song is not static. Individuals modify pitch, rhythm, and pattern in response to local acoustic environments. In dense forests, songs may carry deeper tones that travel through vegetation. In urban areas, where human noise interferes with communication, birds often sing earlier at dawn or slightly louder to ensure their calls are heard. Over generations, these subtle adjustments form regional dialects, illustrating how culture can emerge even among non-human species. Seasonal cycles influence the bird's behavior in profound ways. As breeding season approaches, territorial defense becomes more intense, and song frequency increases dramatically. Males perform elaborate displays, hopping along branches, spreading their tails, and singing in bursts that echo across gardens and forest edges. Females evaluate these displays carefully, selecting partners whose vocal strength and territory quality promise the greatest chance of reproductive success. Nest construction is a meticulous process shaped by both instinct and environmental opportunity. Cavities in tree trunks, crevices in walls, abandoned structures, and natural hollows all serve as potential sites. The nest itself is crafted from grass, roots, and soft plant fibers, forming a secure cradle for the eggs. These carefully chosen locations protect against predators such as snakes, larger birds, and small mammals that patrol the same habitats. Once eggs hatch, the rhythm of life accelerates. Parents become tireless providers, capturing insects in rapid succession and delivering them to the nest. The chicks grow quickly, their feathers developing within days and their awareness of the world expanding with each feeding visit. Even at this early stage, survival lessons begin. The chicks respond to parental calls, learn to remain silent during danger, and gradually develop the coordination required for their first flights. The moment fledglings leave the nest marks a critical transition. Suddenly exposed to a world filled with predators, competition, and unpredictable environmental conditions, they rely on both instinct and the guidance of their parents. Short flights become longer excursions, hesitant hops transform into confident movements across branches and ground. Within weeks, the young birds begin establishing territories of their own, carrying forward the behavioral traditions of their species. Climate and environmental change increasingly influence these life cycles. Rising temperatures can alter insect populations, shifting the availability of prey that sustains both adults and chicks. Changes in rainfall patterns affect vegetation density and nesting conditions. Despite these challenges, the Oriental Magpie-Robin demonstrates a remarkable capacity for adjustment. By altering breeding timing, expanding foraging zones, or exploiting new habitats, the species navigates environmental shifts with resilience that reflects its evolutionary heritage. Human appreciation of the bird has also played a role in its survival. In many regions, the Oriental Magpie-Robin is admired for its melodious song, often considered one of the most beautiful among Asian songbirds. This admiration has fostered cultural respect, leading communities to tolerate or even protect nesting birds in gardens and courtyards. Such coexistence illustrates how human perception can influence the fate of wildlife, transforming potential conflict into shared space. Scientific research continues to uncover new aspects of the bird's behavior and ecology. Studies on song learning, territorial dynamics, and reproductive strategies contribute to broader understanding of passerine evolution. The Oriental Magpie-Robin has become a valuable subject for exploring how small birds adapt to rapidly changing environments, offering insights that extend far beyond a single species. Yet beyond scientific data and ecological functions lies something more difficult to quantify: the quiet presence of life woven into everyday landscapes. The bird's song at dawn, its swift movements across a garden path, and its confident posture on a branch all remind observers that nature persists even within human-dominated spaces. In these moments, the Oriental Magpie-Robin becomes more than a biological entity. It becomes a living connection between natural systems and the human world. This connection grows stronger as one observes the bird over time. Its routines reveal patterns shaped by both instinct and experience. Its songs echo across territories defined not by maps but by memory and behavior. Each individual contributes to a lineage stretching back through countless generations, each adapting in small ways to the environments it inherits. The Oriental Magpie-Robin's story is therefore not simply about survival but about continuity. It is about how life evolves, adapts, and persists through shifting climates, landscapes, and human societies. In the quiet persistence of this songbird, one can glimpse the resilience of nature itself, a resilience expressed not through size or strength but through adaptability, awareness, and the enduring rhythm of life. But the story of the Oriental Magpie-Robin is not just about its beauty or its song. This small bird plays an important role in the ecosystem. By feeding on insects, it helps control pest populations in gardens, forests, and farmlands. In a way, it acts like nature's tiny pest control agent. Its presence is often a sign of a healthy environment, but like many small birds, it still faces challenges. Urban expansion, habitat loss, and pollution can threaten its natural homes. Fortunately, the Oriental Magpie-Robin is adaptable. It often lives close to people, nesting in tree holes, buildings, and gardens. In many parts of Asia, its cheerful song has become part of daily life. For centuries, people have admired this bird not just for its looks, but for the music it brings to the morning air. So the next time you hear a beautiful melody in a quiet garden, it might just be the voice of the Oriental Magpie-Robin. Small bird, big song, and a reminder that nature's most powerful voices are sometimes the smallest.